Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill-Staxx, and today I got Mida, right? That's how you say it?
Right, sir.
Yes, sir. So what's good,
Yes,
man?
sir.
You want to tell the people where you're
What's
from
happening?
and your name and all that?
For sure. Man, my name is Nehemiah. People and friends call me Mida, representing the 765, man, and we just trying to, do us and put good music out there, man.
I hear you, bro. So you were born in Brunswick, Georgia, and then you moved around. You went to DC. How old were you when you went to
Yeah,
DC
yeah.
from Georgia?
I was first I lived in Georgia. We moved around down there until I was probably about 5 or 6, and then we made it up this way to Indiana. Uh Although I was born in Georgia, my brothers and my sisters was all born in DC. So in 1991, at the age of 12, what I'm saying, I moved to DC and soaked up all the culture and what life is all about in the big city, in the chocolate city.
Yeah. So were you getting into music then in DC? Was it starting to be a part of your life?
I always had a love for music. My grandma raised me. So she raised me on a lot of old school music, a lot
Yeah.
of the Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye's, Earth, Wind and
Mhm.
Fires. And so when I moved to Indiana, we don't really have no radio stations here. So you just get the top 100 off the radio
Yeah.
stations. So, you know, I got a mix. I got a love for all music, classic, hip hop, just anything. If it was music and it had a beat and it sounded good, I loved it.
Yeah.
So I always had the love. And then around 18, 19 years old, I hooked up with a guy that was producing here in Marion, Indiana, called A Sharp. And he showed me music production from the ground up. And I just fell in love with wanting to make beats and just trying to, get the things that's in my head out to the world.
So how old were you when you started making beats?
Uh I was uh I was 30 when I started making my own. I was in my early 30s when I
Oh,
started, as
so
far
you
as like with
started
music
late then.
production. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer. I'm a late
Yeah.
bloomer. Always had the
Yeah.
love, but
Hmm.
didn't know how to. And like I
Yeah.
said, when I ran into my man, and he said, yeah, he had a 4-track Tascam
Yo, the
and a
blue one,
Yamaha.
right?
Yeah. And you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He had
man.
a Yamaha keyboard.
Yeah.
So, he did his thing with a 4-track recorder and a Yamaha keyboard. And from
Yeah.
there, it was game on.
Tascam 4-track, man. I'm gonna pull one up here so we could
You
so,
already know what it is.
so we could reminisce, man.
Right. Yeah,
Oh man.
he had the task cam, and he was so gifted.
Yeah.
He had to play everything all the way out. It's not like it is nowadays where you can copy and
Yeah.
paste, and
If
you
you
know what I'm
mess up
saying.
once, you mess up one word, you
You
going
gotta
back
you
to
gotta
the
start all over again. Yeah, you gotta start it all over again. So
yo. People don't know the
watch.
struggle, bro. People don't know the
Yeah,
struggle.
it ain't. They just nowadays you got it so easy where you could just pick a stem. You know what I'm saying? Manipulate it how you want it. Back in the days, you couldn't do that. Yeah, there you go.
Here we go. Bouncing
There
tracks
you
and all
go.
that, man. I remember all that.
Tape deck and all. That's him
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. So then, if you play that tape in another tape, it'll play it backwards, right? Did you
Yeah,
ever do
yeah.
that? Yeah, yeah,
And it's like nowadays, like I said, with these programs you got nowadays, you got unlimited tracks. to where you can do, my man, he had to have one track for the drums, one track for
Yeah.
melodies, and then
Yeah.
he had to have his other two tracks for the vocals. So you know what I'm saying? It was a struggle. You guys
Yeah.
just don't know how good y'all got it right now with this technology that's going on.
Definitely, man. So
Yeah.
growing up, we were talking earlier, and you were talking about getting mixed up with some wrong individuals and getting involved with situations that could have put a stop to all this.
Yeah. So moving to DC as a youngster, I seen everything. I seen the dope boys on the corner. We was family, we was friends with the dope boys. You know, so in the process of seeing all that, in DC they got jump out boys.
Yeah.
So jump
Yeah.
out boys used to jump out on the cats on the block, have them all lined up, going through their pockets every day. So my mom, she was real cool with all the dope boys. So when I moved there, I didn't have to sell dope. I
Yeah.
ran to the store for the dope boys. I
Yeah.
walked 2 blocks down the street to go pick up a sandwich and make $20. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah. Why not?
yeah, why not? That way I keep my mama, I keep everything like the streets ain't no joke. I don't
Yeah.
care what y'all think about these streets. You get in them streets, there ain't no love in them streets.
No.
So when you put yourself in that position, you got to be security, you got to be the lookout, you got to be everything. You got to watch for cops, you got to watch for jealous people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just it ain't the way to be, man.
No.
But anyway, fast forward. So as a youngster, I hung around with a couple cats. And we stole a couple cars, and my mom was like, "Nah, we gotta get you up out of here." So she sent me back here to Indiana. Came here, and because I really wasn't from here, people wanted to test me. So I had a few
So when
incidences
you
here.
moved there, was it you were moving into school, you were going into a different school and everything, like, so you had to get accepted by all these kids, or was it already past your school time?
Nah, so I came back when I moved back from DC. I was 16, so I was supposed to start my junior year in school.
Oh man.
Yeah, my junior year. So I moved back here. We got the summertime and shit. I knew a couple people, before I moved away. So when I got back with them, we got Vice Lords here, GD, just some simple things. So, the cast that I was running with, we was all running under the five. So we was all claiming Vice Lords. So, situation happened and we got into it at the mall, the local mall. It carried over into school. So, after school, big old fight at the high school. I was the only person out of everybody that was fighting that got locked up and kicked out of school, but it is what it is.
Why do you think they
Um,
were targeting you?
it was, I think, I ain't trying to big up, make myself, bigger than what I am, but during the fight, me and my guys, we was out there ranking.
Yeah.
Why they grabbed me, I don't have no clue, man. Out of everybody that was out there fighting, 20 some odd years later, that's still a mystery to me.
Yeah,
But
you're like the lucky one. You lucky one that
yeah, I
day,
was the
huh?
lucky one. So when that happened, of course I got kicked out of school. I had to go back and get my GED, all that good stuff. But just I ain't no gangster. I ain't never tried to be hard, but I take care of what I need to take care of.
Yeah.
So it's just when you new in a spot and people don't really know you, they want to see how far they can push you. You know,
Hmm.
and you just gotta stand your ground and be like, hey, I don't mess with nobody, so at the end of the day, I'm trying to have that come back to me.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, I've had my little run-ins with the law. 18, I caught me a first case at 18. Situation was, I was out with a friend, pistol. I just wanted to go off and bust a couple rounds. But situation, the way it turned out, it was some bullshit. And I wind up, shooting at a few people, not to kill them, but my thing is you're not gonna just do what you want to do to me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna put my life in danger. You're not going, especially when I'm not intentionally out to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So the situation was they tried to run up on me. I let that thing go, and thank God, I didn't hit anybody, but I scared them enough to where hey, let me not run up on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Let go. He's about
So
it, man. He'll bang that
yeah,
thing.
I throw these hands, I throw them bullets, but that ain't what life is about. You know what I'm saying? That ain't
Yeah.
what it's about. Life is about, going after your goals and your dreams, raising your kids, taking care of your family. You know what I'm saying? And as a young person, you gotta get that mind frame.
Yeah. I'm one of the people that I want to help people. I want to try to keep kids out of prison. They don't need to go through the same things that I went through,
Right. That's the whole thing is like with my label, as much as I want to be able to help others, like if you need a beat, come holler at me. You need a
Yeah.
place to record, come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? You want to put a show on? Hey, I got no problem. I want to help as many people as I can.
Yeah.
You know, my son is grown. Got a baby on him. I'm getting ready to be a grandpa. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations, man.
Life. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Life is good. I'm trying to, put good music out and help anybody that want to do good things.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, helping each other out.
When did you put your label together? When did that start all forming together?
So about 3 years ago, I started just with a computer. I went a whole year with just a computer and Fruit Loops. I was using Fruity Loop 6.
Yeah.
After a year of that, then I bought my PA speakers. So just I say probably about 5 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I started piecing everything together. You know what I'm saying? And as I was doing that, I met my guy valedictorian, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm looking for a place where I could be myself, and you know what I'm saying, put out the type of music that I want to do." So I
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, come holler at your boy. We can do it." And for the last 5 years, we've been working together, putting things together, and really just working on our music, man.
Like, do you work with artists and like develop their sound and all that? Do you like really craft artist sounds with them?
So basically what I do is like we're working with my guy. I want him to be him. I'm just the boat. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be that boat to help him go to where he needs to go.
Yeah.
So every now and then, I'll have an idea or a thought in my head, and I'll relay that to him.
Mhm.
And I work with him, and then there's a few other artists in the 765 that I work with, and I have a small part. Like I'm able to give my ideas to them, and
Mhm.
they grasp on to them. But really, I try to let the artist be the artist. I don't want to be that one that be like, oh, well, you should say this like this, or you should talk about this.
Yeah, be
Nah,
like
talk it.
this. Like, yeah.
Yeah, be an artist. Talk how you want to talk. Say what you want to say. I'm just the one that's, helping you get it out there.
Yeah.
Some of the ideas that I have are good, and if they like them, they gravitate to them. I've helped co-write some songs. I've come up with some hooks. It's I have a little part in it, you
Yeah, but
know.
being around the music and seeing the way it's all put together, you start getting like, damn, I could do that, And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
could be that guy. Like that's how I got into this podcasting thing. I saw someone else's show and it was about a prison show and I'm like, I could do that, man. And then when the pandemic happened, I'm like, I'm going to jump off the boat and I'm going to do it. So here I am,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. And man, like I said, just like you said, I seen my guy go through all what he did, with the 4-track. So I was sitting there, I was like, damn, I love music. I could put something together. So
Yeah.
from watching him, I learned. Like my grandma always taught me, you keep your mouth shut and your eyes open, and you can learn.
Yeah.
You I'm running my business, right? I don't have no degree or I didn't go to school for it, but I
Hmm.
pay attention to what's going on out in the world, and I say, okay, I see that's working for him.
Yeah.
That might work for me. So let
Yeah.
me
So
try it.
some of these bummy ass dudes try to tell me how to run my finances. And you ain't got no money. How you gonna tell me how to run my finances when you're driving a
Right,
bucket, man? I can't. I
right.
can't, man. I can't.
We got people here, we have artists, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the best, but I'm hard working and I give you
Hmm.
quality product. You
Yeah.
feel me? And my guy Corey, he's doing this thing as far as like reaching out to, companies and marketing and all of that. So I
Hmm.
got people that's here that, they see what we doing, but it's like they got a little hate, or they were like, oh, well, they ain't doing. But I'm not worried about what you doing. I'm worried
Yeah.
about what we doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's because
Everybody
a
got
lot of
lane.
people they want to be where you're at. That's why people hate, man. It's because they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just
But
not putting in the work. Because I don't have the magic
they're not.
formula.
Yeah, they're not putting in the work. And see what people like. You gotta start from the ground up.
Yeah.
You can't just jump in the race after the race is already done started. You gotta build from the ground up. You gotta piece, I ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? So I had to piece together, you know, everything. Okay, well, I need this. So we're gonna save up and we're gonna get this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now I need this. So now we're gonna save up and we're gonna get that. 4 years later, I have a full production studio.
So people can rent time from you and you'll do their album and everything. Like they pay
Oh,
you.
all that. I
Word,
come
do
in.
you have a website or anything you want to give a shout out so that people could find you
I,
to
I I don't have a website right now. It's coming,
yeah.
but to get in contact with me on
Hmm.
Instagram, Hustle Hard ENT 79.
I'll leave a link for your
Email.
Instagram down below.
Right on, right on. See, you
Definitely.
got that. You
All
know,
right.
you
Well,
know what you own.
yeah, duh, I got you, man. I'll put a link down below. People can go check out your stuff. And so
Yeah,
who are some of the
you could
artists that
check.
you've been working with? Who are some of the artists you've been working with?
So the 765 group, my guy valedictorian, that's my guy. Um, we're 3 projects in. we're working on. We're 3 projects in. We have a project done, but we're going to revamp it. I've worked with a young artist, R.E. Dub from the 765. Y'all be on the lookout for him. He's coming. He's a vet in the game. He's been doing this for years, and he blessed me to be able to work with him. Another cat, King Face. Put the kings on it. 765. Jimmy Neutron. That's Jimmy with a G. Man, it's just a few local artists, and then a shout out to my man Bugsy Siegel.
Yeah, man.
I met up with
Bugsy,
him.
man. That's my boy right there.
So my man Valedictorian, he was on his job, and he was reaching out to these companies and to these review shows, and he met up with Jason Dubs.
J Dubs, man, it's my boy right there.
Yeah. Man. So he met up with J Dubs, and he submitted a couple of our songs to J Dubs, and J Dubs played it on the Gas or Trash. Shout out to J Dubs, man. Man, I appreciate the love from y'all. Man, keep doing y'all thing.
Yeah, man, Gas or Trash right here, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Make sure you guys go check them out on YouTube, Gas or Trash, and they play your music. You can pay $5 to skip the line. And J Dub's running that with his wife Tara. I want to give a shout out to both of them.
Shout out to the whole Gas and Trash, the whole everything that they doing, man. Yeah. So Jason, he took a liking to my man, and he plays tracks from him, and so Bugsy Siegel was like, damn, I want to work with that cat, so they linked up, through Jason. Like I said, man, shout out to him for linking us up. He linked Valedictorian up with Bugsy, and Val, he was like, hey man, you need to holler at my producer. This guy, he can do some things.
Yeah.
And linked up with him, and sent him some tracks. We're in the process of sending him tracks, and sending him music to rock to. And we just out here trying to build relationships, man.
Yeah, man. So Bugsy's been putting in so much work. He does so much good for people, and he's in prison helping other people. Yeah. And it's like he's done more for my career than people I know out here physically, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Your biggest supporters, sometimes, it's sad to say, your biggest supporters is not the ones that's around you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like with him, he was like, man, I dig what you sending me. I'm gonna mess with you. So, he plugged me in with you. Like I said, shout out to Bugsy, the whole Gas or Trash, Jason Dubs, man. I got nothing but love for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Street knowledge soldiers. The street knowledge soldiers.
Street knowledge soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully he'll be home soon, and we'll be able to take this thing on the road. We're setting up a tour right now, so possibly we could stop in Indiana, man, and get some things popping over there too.
Man, I would love to. We in the process of, we got Indianapolis. We got a lot of stuff that happens in Indianapolis. Fort Wayne, Indiana is a nice spot for music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it situated to where I'm trying to buy some land and put up a building myself that we can bring artists in and just give them a place where they can come in and work, do shows, merchandise.
That would be dope,
whatever.
Man. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Shout out to Soundscape in Indianapolis, Indiana. Hopefully, Hustle Hard NT will be collaborating with them, to help make this thing a reality.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. That would I'm definitely going to Indiana. I got to link up with one of my boys from Partners in Crime podcast. Give a shout out to Bill Crooks. And I'm definitely going out to Indiana to see him, man. So I'll swing by there. Maybe we could get some
Yeah,
shows going, all that.
or I can, we can meet up. We can meet up with you, wherever you at. We can meet up and we can peep the scene. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
It's
I'm with it, man.
this
I'm with it.
music for sure. I'm down to work with. I'm down to work with everybody. Like right now, I have a rapper. I have I ain't even gonna call him a rapper. I'm just gonna call him a lyricist on my
Mhm.
roster that's strong. But I'm trying to reach out to singers, spoken word. If you a musician, I don't care if you do rap, rock, reggae, whatever you do. If we can make it happen, let's make it happen.
Yeah, so his information will be in the link below. So if you want to link up with him, maybe you could get some studio time, or you could just work over the internet. You could send him your music, send it back. You could do it like that. So his information will be in the link below. So I want to ask you this question, right? So
Uh-huh.
you live in a town, Marion, where the prison is, right? Marion. Isn't the
No,
prison
no,
in
no,
your
no,
town?
no. No, that's no, okay. I'm right now where I live at, I'm an hour and a half north of Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have Pendleton. You have Pendleton that's probably an hour away from here, and then we got one that's
Mm-hmm.
Grissom Air Force, out there by Grissom Base. I can't even think of the name of it right
No,
now,
the
man.
the prisons. No, the prisons. Isn't there a prison in Marion?
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
a not in Marion, Indiana. No,
Oh, that's
you thinking
Marion,
about Marion,
Marion,
Illinois?
Illinois. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but you have a
yeah,
prison that's near you, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, having a prison near you, is there a lot of people that are like released out of the prison, and that's what the community is based on? Like a lot of people that have been in the prison, they come out and they live in the community.
No, no. The like I said, the prison. We have Pendleton, and that's in Pendleton, Indiana. That's probably about an hour away from here. Our community is pretty solid. I mean,
Yeah.
you have your riffraff everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, Marion, I guess, back in the days, it had its issues. It was a hub between Chicago and Indianapolis, you know, for drugs or whatever. But that's old. We don't want to dwell on that. But as far as prisoners being released, we don't have a lot here. But
Yeah.
we have people here that's went off and that's done time and that's come home. We got cats coming from Michigan City, Lorton, Virginia, VA, Pendleton.
Yeah.
So, but as far as like being released, we don't really have that issue here, man. It's laid back. Don't get me wrong. It's a small city, but it's got a big city feel to it.
Yeah. So are people like pretty susceptible to your music and stuff like that?
You got yeah, you have we have all genres here. We got people that don't just do rap. We got singers, acoustic guitar players.
Hmm.
So to be honest, like we really need as a people and as an industry, we really need to start coming together more. Because like you said earlier, you got everybody is doing their thing. So instead of having, you would think because everybody is doing their thing, you would have more people coming together.
Not where
But
I'm
that's
from.
just not that it ain't like that. It ain't like that here, my guy. So it must be a world. The whole reason that I started Hustle Hard was because, you know, people wasn't supportive. They
Yeah.
see, they was like, oh, you want to do music too? All right, well, instead of saying, there's enough out here for everybody to eat, they trying to keep all the food to themselves.
Yeah, and then people try bad mouthing you to these people and this and that, and then they try blackballing you over here. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. I can't deal with none of that.
So that was the reason why I said, you know what? I done peeped the scene. So let me
Yep.
start buying my own stuff. Let me start getting it to where I ain't gotta ask nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't gotta beg you to go to your studio. I got my own studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Roll out of bed. Roll out of bed.
Come on, man. What Dr. Dre say? I wake up in the morning and compose a beat.
Yeah, man.
So I mean that and it's sad, but as a people, that's just like you said, Bugsy, I just had conversations with this cat on the phone. And the love that he's showing, man, I just wish everybody was like that. I know I try to do it within myself. I'm not trying to be bent out of shape about the money.
Yeah.
You want to work, let's work. You know what I'm saying? If we could feed off each other, let's feed off each other. I ain't in no competition. I ain't in no competition with
I'm
nobody.
excited to hear your beats, man. Definitely.
I got some things coming, man. It's the like I said, the tracks that I've sent to Bugsy. I've got tracks coming with the guy Ari Dub, Jimmy Neutron, King Face, my man Ray.
What would you say your sound is similar to?
Okay, so I had a guy over here. I was doing a session last week, and I was playing some music for him, and he told me I had that Trump music.
The trunk.
I had that music that when you put it in your ride, you gonna hear the bass, you gonna hear the 808s, you gonna hear the highs, you gonna hear all that.
Yeah.
But basically, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like, I love music in general. So I'll take an orchestra sound and add some R&B to it. Or I'll take a old school sound and add some 808s to it. And make it a trap, make it look. So to really say what my sound is, I'll describe my sound is either gonna make you want to rap, it's gonna either make you want to sing, or it's gonna make you want to dance. that's
one of the three, right?
it's one of the three.
Yeah.
You're gonna get inspired and motivated, and that's just my sound. Like I like strings, I like horns, I like instruments.
Yeah, man. I started sampling old R&B songs, and I'm starting to like mess around with some of that, like slowing some of it down, speeding it up, and see what you can do with it. It's some pretty crazy things, man. And it's unlimited, the amount of creativity you can have with music, and that's what I love it. I love it, man.
You can go through my catalog, man. I got rock and roll songs. I got songs that's got heavy metal in it.
Yeah.
I got trap beats. I got songs that you can sing a gospel song to. You know what I'm saying? I got I even got a couple of songs that sound like country music. Music is music.
Yo, people don't know this, but I did a song a long time ago for Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and and it came out official, and they loved it, man. It was a promotional song, and I just did it for these ladies that asked me to do it for them. So I did a song for them. People don't even know that, and it was pretty good, man. the song. It was different, you know.
But see, here's the thing about that. No matter what the song does, that was something that you applied your time and your effort to for a good cause.
Yeah.
You know, as you know what I'm saying? There's no man, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Just you know what I'm saying, just talking about you know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I produced a whole album for my guy. Like I said, I'm working with a couple artists, and you know, we're piecing together EPs, different sounds, different, you know what I'm saying, different ways of attacking. And as a collective, man, like I'm happy with the variety. Like I don't just some producers they do just trap beats, or some
Yeah.
producers they do just certain type of music.
Yeah.
I
They're like
don't have a type.
stuck in a box. They're stuck in a
Yeah,
box.
I'm
Mhm.
not in no box. I refuse to put myself in a box.
Yeah.
You know?
See, me with my music, I think I'm a little more conscious about what I say, and I want it to come out a certain way that I don't allow myself to just be like, boom, put it all out there because I'm too self-conscious about how I sound and how everything's getting put together that
Right.
I don't just throw it out. And I think I'm trying to just let it go, man, because I think it will be unbelievable the type of things that I could come up with when I do that.
Yeah, I feel you where you talking about, cause like me, man, I know. Look, I'm hip hop. I love hip hop, but you know, Dr. Dre, he used to say, you know, back in the day, he was like, I don't like the sound of my voice. He made a statement to where he was like, I don't like how I personally sound on music. Despite what y'all think,
Yeah,
I don't like how I sound.
yeah,
So, you know, working with the artists that I've worked with, you know, I've sang on a couple tracks, and I don't personally really like how I sound, but
yeah,
to the people that I'm doing it for, they like, man, quit playing,
yeah.
because
Like you do something.
I'm like you, I'm so self-conscious about how I sound and what I say.
Yeah,
And you know, that's something that we both need to, you know, work on. And just if it ain't coming from the heart, then it ain't real.
yeah,
So, you know, as long as it's coming, now think about this. Gnarls Barkley, my man CeeLo. If you listen to his voice and his tone, you'd be like,
hmm,
who in the hell is that?
yeah,
But that man was so confident in his gift that him and Goody Mob took off. Then on
yeah,
his solo projects, he took off.
yeah.
And his
I didn't
voice
think
is
he.
different.
I honestly did not think he would blow up like he did,
Yeah, you know.
but he
So
did. He did.
you know, I feel where you coming from like that. You know, I've sang on a few tracks, and you know, I don't really, you know, I'll be like, oh, I sound all right, and motherfuckers
Yeah,
be like, nah, man, you really, you know what I'm saying, you really doing
yeah.
something.
Like you
I'd
got
be
it,
like,
man.
nah, man.
I gotta hear. I gotta hear this now, man. I gotta hear this.
uh,
You still got him out?
let's. I got a track. My man is getting ready to put this out, and the track is called Grinding. Uh, and I'm singing the hook on. I did the beat, and I'm singing the hook on it. I don't really care for it, but my man love it. So if he like it, you know, if he love it, I like it.
Yeah, man. I hear you, bro. So, hey,
So
what kind of other projects do you have coming out in the future?
okay, so of course we have projects future projects coming out with Valedictorian. Be on the lookout for him. You could check him out on any platforms. As far as myself, I love the DJ too. So, I'm getting into the whole DJ. I got my turntables, I got my whole little setup, I got my
Yeah.
speakers. So what I want to do is I want to start putting out mix CDs. Just I'm an old school 90s guy. I don't knock the new generation of music, but I'm old school 90s, early 2000s.
Me
You know what I'm
too,
saying?
man. I'm the same thing, bro.
So, um, just I'm working on putting out mix CDs as far as with DJs and DJing and as an entertainment label, we work with local artists on putting shows together. So,
Yeah,
we'll definitely be putting.
you're gonna be putting shows together. Like, what do you have in what's that? Like a local talent thing?
Yeah, with local. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to, show. We're gonna do talent, local showcases.
that's
I
pretty
want to
dope,
start
man.
doing things for the kids. Because we gotta do. We can show these kids that you don't have to just be a rapper.
Yeah,
You can be a producer. You can be an engineer.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And still,
Shit, you could write.
contribute in.
You could just write
Yeah,
for people. There's
come
like
on,
so
man.
many
So
different things you can do.
yeah. So basically our goal is, keep putting out showcases for the local artists, keep, grinding. My bag, man. We got
Hey,
people out on their motorcycles.
don't
It
worry
feel
about
good
that, man.
outside.
Hey, we're stuck in the house right now doing this.
For sure.
It's
But
all good, man. Gotta work,
um
man. You gotta do that
yeah,
work.
we got to work. I'm just going. We just gonna keep working on the music. Keep trying to, give artists something to work with. Give them a place to shine. Um, DJing parties, and I want to, try to put some videos up on YouTube, and do the little broadcasting thing.
Yeah.
Man, we just trying to work.
Let me know, man. I'll share your stuff, whatever I gotta do to help. And
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. Like this our first day hooking up. You
yeah,
hooked up with me off the strength of your man, and I
yeah,
mean I appreciate you, man.
of course,
Straight
man.
up.
This is what I do, man. Trying to get people
Yeah.
out there, show the world what they do, and maybe give them a couple more opportunities. And I
Not
want
only
you,
that,
yeah,
we're showing them that you can do this. If you
yeah,
put your mind to it, put your grind to it,
hmm
just build up.
and you don't even need an
Everything.
education. I didn't even graduate high school, man. You know?
Come on, man. I got a GED. And the only reason why I got a GED is because, 95, 97, they was making jobs to where you couldn't even get a job at McDonald's without a GED.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You can't even flip burgers without a GED. So
So you got to do what you got to do, man.
you gotta do what you gotta do. But the technology, like we was talking about earlier, the technology that's out here now. You know what I'm saying? With all these dolls, all these music dolls and programs and
hmm
email, the internet. There's no excuse.
It all
There's
started with this.
right there. Shout out to my man A Sharp, Platinum Plus Productions, man.
Yeah, man. It all started with that, man.
For sure.
Definitely, man. I'm definitely gonna have you back on for a part two, man. We'll get more into the story, and I want to thank you for coming on, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate you too. So his information is gonna be in the description below, and you could go check out all his stuff, his Instagram and I'm sure he'll get a website running soon. I'll give you the
Yes,
I'll give you the lowdown on how to do that after we end this.
hey, I'm here to learn, man. Because if
Yeah,
we
man.
can't learn off each other,
Yeah.
if we can't learn off each other, then we ain't no good.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm from Cutthroat, Connecticut, and I'm skating out of here pretty soon so that I can finally develop my career and move and broaden my horizons, because I ain't going nowhere where I'm at, man. You know,
For sure.
kind of like
For
you're just
sure.
sitting running in place. I'm like this, like I
Right.
need.
It's,
And I
it's,
ain't getting
it's time to
nowhere,
go
man.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's time to
Yeah.
go, and I'm ready. And is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go?
Man, I just want to say shout out to my man Valedictorian, shout out to Bugsy, shout out to Jason Doves, shout out to all the 765 artists that roll. You ain't got to roll. Shout out to you anyway. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to eat. We all trying to do our thing. No, look, ain't no hate here. Shout out everybody doing their thing, man.
Yeah, man. Even
Shout
my
out to you
enemies.
for shout out to you for the platform, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And make sure you send me some beats, man. I need to hear that. I need to hear that sound, bro.
Yeah, I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
definitely. Thank you, man. Make sure you
For
hit the
sure.
like, subscribe, notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Until next time, man. Peace.